105.5 FM KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton Proud and Idaho Strong.
We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
It's time for Preston Indian Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires. Stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited.
And a very pleasant afternoon, everybody. Welcome out here to the ballpark as we get ready to play some baseball here this afternoon as the Preston Indians get ready to take on the Malad Dragons here today. Kind of a late scheduled doubleheader as Malad had to come over here to play Bear Lake today. By the way, a game which they won by a score of 11-1. So as long as they were here, about a week or so ago, they scheduled this to be a doubleheader, and here we are. So Preston will be the home team here today, and they'll take on Malad as we're getting ready to go. Austin Gleed going through his warm-up tosses here today for the Preston Indians. And Timmy Jensen will be the starting pitcher today for the Malad Dragons. So for Malad to won the game earlier today, 11-1, as looking for my notes here, trying to chase everything down, throw everything together here late after the other game ended. For Malad with the victory, they improve their record on the season as they are now an even 500, 8-8 overall on the year. The Indians coming off a a win last week against Bear Lake, as they got them back on the winning side after a tough series against Pocatello, and they come into the day's game now with a record of 4-7 overall on the year. But we're ready to play baseball here today, as Malad ready to go here in the second game of the doubleheader for them. Dax Manning will lead off. Manning is the shortstop here in the game today. And the first pitch over for a strike from Austin Gleed. Next pitch home from Austin. Little roller back up the middle, gets past the mound. There's the shortstop, Newton, to plug the hole but throw high over to first base. Tough play near the second base bag. Give him an infield hit as Manning got it past the mound, and Newton not able to make an accurate throw. So with the leadoff man aboard, here is Timmy Jensen, the catcher. I take it back. I said Timmy Jensen was pitching. He is not pitching. You need to read the lineup card a little bit closer. Again, another ball hit, dribbled past the mound, picked up at short. They go to second for one, back to first, double play. Nice play by the Indians, as the shortstop Newton able to feed Inglet, and Inglet threw over to first in time for the double play. So 2 outs. And here is Jaden Ward at the plate. Gleed ready. Roxon comes home. Here's the next pitch home to Ward. That's a ground ball. That one's going to go into the hole, as Inglet not able to backhand it, as they kind of flip the infield on us, as Newton is playing at second base, and Inglet will play short here in the way this game gets started here today. So Inglet not able to pick that one out of the hole. Second hit here of the first inning for the Dragons. Sure, here is first pitch gets away, goes to the backstop, and down to second base goes Ward. Pitch in the dirt when it goes a wild pitch. So Brady Scholl at the plate. Scholl, the left fielder in the game. Leonard second and 2 outs. Ground ball again, hit to short. Inglet picks it up, drops it, picks it up a second time, throws high again, and this one again goes off the glove of Oxborough, and it's going to let the run come in to score. First one was a hit. That second one will go as an error simply because he had enough time, even though he dropped it, he being Inglet, to pick it up and make the play. So Ward comes in to score. It's 1-0. And the first pitch to the next batter is swung on and missed. Stetson Hiley is at the plate. Or Higley, I guess, as I try to decipher the Arabic on the lineup card, as the next pitch misses outside. Take it back. This is actually Gaten Combs at the plate. My bad. It's always nice when you can get the lineup card sometime before the first pitch and try to figure out who the players are. So here's Combs. As that pitch hit foul out along the left field side. New ball for Gleed as he'll climb back on the rubber. There goes the runner. Pitch misses low, and the throw back to second base is not in time. I guess it must have been a called third strike. I take it back, as the umpire never made any kind of an indication, but Combs goes down on strikes,
and that's the way the inning ends. 1 run, couple of hits, 1 error against the Indians, and Malad leaves 1 on base here as well in the top of the first inning. We're done with a half here in Preston. We'll go to the bottom of the first after a half inning. It's Malad 1 and the Preston Indians coming to bed.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So here we go, bottom 1 here from Preston. The Indians coming up here for the first time. Give you the Indian lineup here as we go along through the top of the first inning here, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. As Bryson Howe comes home and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Brady Newton leads off. He's at second base today. Cade Oxborough, the first baseman, hits in the 2 spot. Next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Davin Inglet, the shortstop, bats third. Connor Thompson at third base will hit in the 4 spot. Austin Gleed, the pitcher, hits 5th as that next pitch is poked to right field. As up comes the right fielder. That's actually the second baseman going out to make the play. That's Bragg with a nice running over-the-shoulder catch. And that's the first out. So 1 out. Now here's Cade Oxborough. Cade hitting from the left side. Howe ready, comes home. The first pitch swung on and missed. Howe, big kid, big right-hander, throws hard. As he rocks and comes home in the 0-1. Half swing. Does he go too far? Apparently not. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch home. Big overhand breaking ball. That jug stays outside. And it's 2 balls and a strike now. And Cade Oxborough with the 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 1. Next pitch to Cade. That misses outside. And he's now ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. Check that, 3 balls and 1 strike. As the next pitch is swung on and missed, runs the count full, 3-2. So now the count full, 3-2. Howe ready, comes home, and the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. So he gets Oxborough. That's the first strikeout of the game for the right-hander from Malad. And 2 outs here in the top of the first, and here's Davin Inglet. Davin switches over to play short today. It's the first time he's done that. In fact, it's the first time he's played anywhere other than second base all year today. The next pitch home, a little roller up along third. It's going to stay fair just in front of the bag. Pick it up there. Throw it across in time for the out. Nice play by Hiley, and the inning is over as the Indians go in order, 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first. Preston goes in order. It's 1-0 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard with Malad on top as we'll go to the second after 1. It's 1-0 Malad.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County. Some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Go to the second inning, 1-0. Favor of the Dragons. And here in the second inning, it'll be Hiley, Paulson, and Braggs. As Gleed comes home, that first pitch is whacked to center. It's going to be in for a hit. So Hiley singles to center on the first pitch that he sees. Leadoff man aboard, and here's Sawyer Paulson. Paulson, who did not play in the first game, has hit safe in only one of the last 3 games in which he's appeared. As that first pitch bounces up there, nice knockdown at home plate there by Hammonds, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Gleed out of the stretch this time, comes home, and it's over for a strike. And it's 1-1. So a ball and a strike, outfield for the Indians. Swung around toward right a little bit as that pitch is inside, gets off the glove of Hammond and down to second base. Will go Hiley, and he'll be in there standing as he'll advance on the pass ball. Runner in scoring position here, nobody out here in the top of inning number 2. So Malad with the victory evens their record now at 8-8 on the year. As the next pitch again floats outside from Gleed. Austin, who pitched one of the games here against Pocatello, the first game of the series, as the next pitch is high, ball 4. First walk given up by Austin. And with runners at first and second and nobody out, that brings up Chase Braggs. Just a little bit of a breeze blowing, 71 degrees. It's at game time today. As Braggs is going to bunt, gets it down, Gleed down to get it in a hurry, has to double clutch, goes to first base to get the out, and the sacrifice works as both runners move up on the play. So 1-3 on the put out. Runners move into scoring position now with 1 out in the inning. And the number 9 hitter is the first baseman, Ryan Jensen. Jensen singled, reached on an error, also grounded out. He was 1 for 3 in the first game today. That 11-1 win that they recorded over Bear Lake. Outfield again, straight away for Jensen as he climbs in. And the first pitch home from Gleed is popped up. Right side of the infield. As coming up onto the infield grass portion, that is Newton to make the play. And there's now 2 outs, and runners stay at second and third.
So back to the top of the order, and Dax Manning, who singled his first time up. So Preston and Malad met one other time this year over at Malad early in the season before we could really start playing games here. As the first pitch hit foul, and it's 0-1. Preston, who got off to a big lead, led that game 8-1 going to the bottom of the 7th inning. As that pitch is outside, ball 1 ball and 1 strike. Malad posted 5 in the bottom of the 7th to get close, but Preston ended up winning it by the score of 8-6. Ball hit to center. Hobbs has to go back and over. He's there and will make the catch for out number 3. So Malad threatens but comes up empty as they leave a couple of men on base. No runs, 1 hit, and a pair left. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. Still Malad 1, Preston nothing.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Level 10 Life provides skilled, one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, as we go here to the bottom of inning number 2, still 1-0 Malad. Dan Hubbard, we're here with you at the ballpark. John Beverly back in studio. As last report, the Westside softball game was still going on. So we welcome everyone listening and watching on My Local Radio. We'll join the folks on KACH coming up when the baseball game is over. Or when the softball game is over, I should say. So, with Preston trailing by a run, we'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. Connor Thompson, Austin Gleed, and Eli Hammond due up here for the Indians. First pitch to Thompson, popped up foul, third base side. Coming over to have a look, but it's going to land untouched behind the third base dugout, and it's 0-1. Thompson hitting .217 on the year. No home runs. He's driven in a total of 3. He's had some big hits, and hits this one on the ground to the shortstop. Manning has that on a couple of hops, throws high, but the first baseman, Jensen, able to keep his toe on the bag, and there's the first out here in the 2nd inning. That's the first 4 in a row retired by the pitcher, Bryson Howe. Here's Austin Gleed. Gleed hitting .391 as he starts play here this afternoon. And the first pitch up high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. For Howe, on the mound, next pitch home, hit in the air along the left field line. Scholl going back and over, still going back, and the ball's over his head, and he can't get it. Ball falls behind him, and Gleed will cruise into second base with a double with 1 out. First hit of the game for the Indians, as the right fielder, or left fielder rather, Sewell just kind of kept drifting back. Never did get real committed to going back on the ball, and the ball ended up going behind him. So 1 out, 1 on. And now here's Eli Hammond. Hammond hitting an even .300 on the year. 6 hits in his 20 at-bats. Tying run at second base for Preston with 1 out. Pitch home to Hammond. That's hit in the air to short center. Here comes Ward, still coming up. Now there's the left fielder Sewell there as well. Neither of them can get it as it falls in for a hit. Because the ball was hit right in front of him and so short, Glee just stays at second base. So Preston with runners at first and second, and still only one out here in the inning. So here's Clayton Hobbs with 2 on and 1 out. And the first pitch to Hobbs is upstairs, ball 1. Hobbs still one of those guys with the batting average up there in the high rent district at 368 at the start of play today. And next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Hobbs does not have the number of official at-bats that some of the other guys do, because he spent the biggest majority of the year hitting in the number 9 spot in the lineup as he drives this one to center. Ward was shallow. He's got to go back. That goes off his glove and falls behind him. Here comes Gleed around third. They're going to wave him in as he'll come in and score and tie the game. Hammond goes as far as third base. It's an RBI double for Hobbs, and Preston gets even at 1. So a 1-1 tie on 3 consecutive hits by the Indians with 1 out. And now here is Xavier Mendoza. He's bunting, gets it down. And here to play at the plate. Everybody's going to be safe as the third baseman highly overran the ball. So Mendoza with the bunt hit. Kind of a safety squeeze as Hammond came down the line following highly as he charged the play. 4 hits in a row, 2 runs in for the Indians. And now here comes the head coach for the Dragons out to visit with his pitcher as Bo Clark out to the mound. Clark, who actually is a Preston alum and still considers himself to be very much a Preston fan. Likes what he sees in Preston baseball and Preston sports in general, as he still follows them fairly closely. As Clark will now turn and head back to the dugout. 2-0 Indians as they score twice here in the bottom of the second inning. Declo beats the Westside Lady Pirates today 7-1. And here is Jackson Merrill, the right fielder. Howe out of the stretch. First pitch popped up. Left side of the infield. Manning, the shortstop, takes charge, makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs, we go back to the top of the order, and Brody Newton coming up. Newton popped up his first time up here today. Hobbs standing over at third, Mendoza at first, and the first pitch here is going to be hit into left field for a base hit. That's going to get Hobbs home. Preston adds another run on the RBI single by Newton, and it's 3-1. And here comes Cade Oxborough, the 8th batter in the inning here for the Indians. First pitch to Ox. That's going to be lined at the second baseman, and he goes right through the wickets. Tried to slide on his knees to make the play. Coming around third is Mendoza. He will score. Throw goes over the head of the catcher. Going all the way to third is Newton. Down to second base goes Oxborough. It'll be an error on the second baseman. Preston adds a run. It's 4-2-1. Newton stands at third base. Now here's the number 9 hitter in the inning, Davin England, who grounded out to end the first inning and takes the first pitch over for a strike. Davin didn't necessarily believe in or agree with the call, but a strike nonetheless. Here's the 0-1. Up and in.
A ball and a strike. Today's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. Breaking pitch misses outside. 2 balls and a strike on England rather. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Preston comes from behind, gains the lead. It's 4-1. As that pitch is up and in and actually hits England. So Davin's going to head down to first base, and that'll bring up Connor Thompson, who started this hit parade by grounding out to short to open the inning. So Newton at third, Oxborough at second, England down at first, and the first pitch to Thompson, breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Outfield pretty much straight away. Schul shading toward the line and left as the pitch is hit foul. Howe working quickly now, comes right back, and that pitch misses outside. Ready again. Here comes Howe with the 1-2 offering. Again, misses it outside. Gets away, comes to the backstop. Here comes the lead runner. That's Newton to the plate. He'll come in on the wild pitch. Preston has 5 runs home here in the inning as both other runners move up. Oxborough goes to third, England down to second. Next pitch home to Thompson. Hit in the air. Shallow center. Manning the shortstop going out. He'll make the play, and the inning comes to an end. But not before Preston sends a total of 10 men to the plate. 5 of them come home to score on 5 hits. There was an error, and they leave 2 on base as well. So on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard, Preston takes the lead. It's 5-1 as we go to the third. Coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Hey ladies, Magnolia Road Clothing Store has moved to a new location here in Preston. They can now be found at 12 North State Street. That's just 1 block north of their previous location. They are still the one stop to create that new look that you have been looking for. Whether it's tops, bottoms, shoes and boots, or many different accessories, they have it. And at the same low prices that they've been known for years. So when you're looking to update your wardrobe, there's still no need to go to the big cities or the dreaded mall. Stay local here at Magnolia Road. Stop by their new location at 12 North State Street in downtown Preston, just 1 block north of their previous location. Stop in today. It's Magnolia Road.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So here we go at the top of the third, and it'll be Jensen, Ward, and Sewell due up here in the third inning for the Malad Dragons. First pitch high, second pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Third inning of today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. They have all the parts you need to keep your car or truck running strong. Grounded, that's going to be a foul ball just outside of third. Thompson touched it, but it was in foul ground, so it's a foul ball, and it'll be 2 balls and a strike. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street in downtown Preston. 2 balls and a strike, lead coming home. That ball poked foul, head over toward the softball field, and it will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. And speaking of the softball field, Preston Lady Indians home tomorrow, as they'll have their senior day festivities tomorrow, as they'll take on Century in the final game of the regular season as the pitch rolled foul over by the third base dugout.
We'll have the game for you, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 3:40 pregame show. Next pitch, waved at and missed. Fooled Jensen as he swung at a pitch down and away and came up empty. That's the second strikeout for Gleed. First out here in the top of the third. And now here is Jaden Ward, who singled and scored the only run so far here for the Malad Dragons, as we welcome everyone who were listening to the Westside game, as Westside losing to Declo today, 7-1. We welcome you here to Tony Hansen Field, where here in the top of the third, the Indians leading the Malad Dragons by a score of 5-1. As that pitch misses down low and outside. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. So Ward, with one of the 2 hits in the first inning for the Dragons, takes that pitch up high. And Austin Gleed falls behind here with 1 out here in the top of the third. Austin's next pitch home. That is on the corner at the knees. Nice pitch on the outside edge for a called strike. And Austin ready again, comes home with the next pitch, and that bounces up there, and I believe that'll run the count full, 3-2. So 1 out, and the 3-2 pitch upcoming here. As Gleed comes home, look out, that pitch up and in as Ward throws the bat aside and he'll head down to first base. Second walk of the game here for Austin Gleed to go along with his 2 punch-outs through 2 1/3 innings. And that'll bring up Brady Schewel, the left fielder who reached on an error his first time up. So here's Schewel. Boy, you can't miss him when he comes to home plate. Comes up with a bright pink bat and lines the first pitch into the gap in left center. It's Mendoza coming over to make the play for the second out. So there's 2 outs, and Ward will return back to first base. And now here is Gideon Combs, the right fielder. 5-1 Preston on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as we play here in the top of the third. As the first pitch is down low, throw through, goes all the way through into center field, and Ward, after stealing second, will go get up and he'll head to third. So it's a stolen base and an error. Error will go against Hammond on the throw. That's the second error of the day against the Indians as that ball hit just over the outstretched glove of Inglet into left field, and that'll get the run home. So Combs kind of goes the other way with 1 and picks up the RBI single as Ward comes in to make it 5-2 on the Les Schwab Logan North scoreboard. And with 2 outs and a runner at first, here is Stetson Hiley, who singled his first time up to lead off the second inning. Got as far as third base, but then was left there as they go to first base, and back with a dive is Combs. Hobbs, the center fielder, moves back to his normal position now in center field. As there goes the runner, the throw is pretty good and got him. So Hammonds guns down Combs to end the inning. Caught stealing 2-4, and Hiley will be back up there when the Dragons come back up to start the fourth. But they add a run as we'll go to the bottom of the third after 2.5. It's Preston 5 and Malad 2.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Bottom of the third, Preston leading as they'll start off with Austin Gleed, Eli Hammond, and then Clayton Hobbs after sending 10 batters to the plate last inning. Here's Hobbs, takes the first pitch outside, ball one, or Gleed rather, I should say, who doubled and scored his first time up, and swings through this one. Today's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value, the freshest meat and produce you'll find around the city of Preston, as Gleed hits that ball in the air to short right field. The right fielder coming up, Combs battling the sun, and makes the catch for the out. So a tough play, and he's able to make it, and that'll bring up Eli Hammond. Stokes Market, State Street in downtown Preston. Well, let's get you caught up a little bit on some of the other games going on around the majors today. One thing about sitting and watching the first game of the doubleheader today, I was able to sit and watch several different games along on the internet. Hammonds hits the first ball foul outside of third. Games that are currently underway in the big leagues. Tampa Bay just unbeatable, leading at home again as they play in the middle of the fifth at home against the Pirates. 3-1 the score there. Breaking ball to Eli, misses inside, ball and a strike. Bottom of the third, Atlanta leading in Miami by a score of 8-4 as runs have been plentiful in the first two innings there. As that pitch, look out, up and in. That hits Hammond up around the shoulder, and he's going to throw the bat away and head down to first base. So here's Clayton Hobbs, who will come up. You have doubled home a run and scored himself last inning. Come up with one out and one on. Bottom of the fourth inning, Detroit leading over the New York Mets today. As Howe sets, comes home, the first pitch breaking ball is off the glove of Jensen and down to second base. Hustles Hammond. Middle of the third inning at Yankee Stadium, the Guardians leading the Yankees 2-0. As the next pitch again hit foul by Hobbs. Cubs and the Washington Nationals tied at 1 in the bottom of the third. As Toronto's added a run, it's now 2-0, playing in the top of the third inning against the Red Sox at Fenway Park. Hobbs shows bunt, gets the bunt down. Down to get it is Howe. He'll straighten and throw him out over at first base. But again, the runner able to move up, and Preston has a runner at third now in 2 outs. So with 2 outs, they'll ask Xavier Mendoza to come up and pick up the run. Mendoza with an RBI single, his first time up here today. And the first pitch, breaking ball, misses outside, ball 1. White Sox leading at home against the Minnesota Twins 3-0. Baltimore and Kansas City scoreless at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. That pitch over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just underway, the Angels in St. Louis against the Cardinals. That's no score. As Mendoza lines one toward right field. Again, the ball up in the sun, and Combs able to shade his eyes and make the play. No runs, no hits, a hit batter, and they leave Hammond standing over at third base, do the Indians. So we're done with 3 complete here at Tony Hansen Field. We'll move along to the fourth. Preston 5, Malad 2.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
3 innings in the book, 5-2 Preston leads. Starting, of course, this week, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, Part 3, starting a three-week run at the Worm Creek Theater. If you'd like showtimes or buy tickets, you can do so online. Look them up on their website at wormcreek.org. Stetson Hidley will lead it off as he was left standing at home plate when Combs was thrown out trying to steal for the third out in the top of the third inning. So it'll be Hidley, Paulson, and Braggs due up here against Austin Gleed in the top of the fourth inning. Hidley singled his first time up. Once again, as we mentioned before, he got as far as third base and was left there back in the second inning. Other scores from around the big leagues that we needed to get you caught up on. We mentioned the Angels and the Cardinals just underway in St. Louis. That's in the bottom of the first, no score. Some finals in already from today. As the first pitch to Hidley is up high, ball 1. Lead comes home with the next pitch. Misses outside, ball 2, 2-0. The Tigers and Mets were rained out yesterday. They played a doubleheader today. The first game of the doubleheader went to the Tigers by the score of 6-5. Fastball is over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Other finals, Arizona beat up on Texas 12-7 down in Arlington today. The 2-1 pitch. That again on the corner for a strike, and it's 2-2. The Giants knocked off the Houston Astros for the second day in a row. 4-2 the final today as that ball rolled foul. As Bo Clark, the head coach, knocks it down there at the third base coach's box, and it stays at 2-2. Dodgers and the Phillies in a day game at Chavez Ravine today. Dodgers winning that 10-6, and the Padres beat the Cincinnati Reds by the score of 7-1. 2-2 pitch, misses outside, ball 3. So you're up to date as far as what's happening around the big leagues. 2 games yet to start today. Milwaukee will be at Colorado, and Seattle is at Oakland. That ball line just out of the reach of Oxborough into right field. So Hidley has his second hit as he opens the top of the fourth with a solid single to right. Fourth hit of the game for the Dragons. And now here is Sawyer Paulson. Paulson, who did not play in the first game, as he comes to the plate. Waiting. Finally coming home is Gleed, and the pitch swung on and missed. Kind of turned it over and ran it away from him a little bit. And it's 0-1. So Paulson, who walked his first time up, next pitch again misses inside. So he has 1 hit in his last 4 at-bats. As he stands at the plate, Hobbs, the center fielder, swung a little bit over into the gap in right center field. Here comes the next pitch home. That's swung on and missed. Knocked down out in front of home plate by Hammonds. Hidley over at first. Time called. Here for just a moment. Home plate umpire taking a moment. Looks like he may have caught that one off the shin guard. Kind of taking a second just to kind of get his balance back. Now Hiley off to a lead, and the pitch home. Big overhand curveball stays high to Paulson. So nobody out, top of the fourth. Preston leading 5-2. Lead ready again. Next pitch popped up. That'll go out of play over on the third base side. I believe the count is 2-2. This umpire behind home plate just doesn't show what the count is. He hits the ball back to the box. Gleed goes to second for one. The return throw, double play. No, not in time. Wow. So Paulson safe on the fielder's choice. The base umpire said that he beat it out. Inglet kind of had to double pump out there at second base. I think Hiley might have been in his way. And he took an extra step before he threw the ball to first base. And that allowed him to beat it out. So the force play. And there's a runner at first base now with one out, and that brings up Chase Braggs. Chase had a sacrifice bunt his first time up as that ball hit on the ground to the shortstop. Nice bounce for the shortstop. Go to second one, back to first on a bounce. Oxborough can't dig that out. So once again, Preston misses out on the opportunity for the double play. And so there's two outs and still a runner at first base. So that'll bring up Ryan Jensen. Jensen, who had one hit in the first game today against Bear Lake, and that snapped a 3-game hitless streak for him. As Gleed ready, and the first pitch is up high. Ball one ball and no strikes. Jensen, who saw that hitless streak reach a 9 straight at-bats before he collected a hit. Next pitch home. That is over for a strike this time, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Jensen. 2 outs, runner at first. 1 hit in the inning. Preston with a couple of opportunities to turn a double play and get out of the inning, but not able to. So with 2 outs, they're still out there. And the breaking ball to Jensen misses outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Overall on the year, Jensen starts play today hitting just 185. Here's the 2-2. Hit foul again off the first base side. It'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Jensen 15 points below that vaunted Mendoza line. As the next pitch that's hit up the middle, there's Inglet. Able to glove, he'll go the short way, get the force out at second base. And the inning is over as Braggs is out 6-4 on the force. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left for the Dragons as we will go to the bottom of the fourth after 3.5 from here in Preston on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. It's the Indians 5 and the Dragons 2.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Papa J's world headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajays.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small town USA. papajays.com.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
So 5-2 Indians as we go bottom of the fourth. And here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Preston, it'll be Jackson Merrill, then back to the top of the order, Brody Newton, Cade Oxborough. And today's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Bryson Howe ready, comes home. The first pitch to Merrill, misses inside, ball one. It's 1 ball with no strikes. Fourth inning, of course, brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky over in Clifton. Comes the 1-0. Up high, ball two, 2 balls and no strikes. Next time you're over there for lunch, stop in and get one of their mouth-watering sandwiches. Make sure you pick up some of that world-class jerky at Papa J's in Clifton. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. You can also order it online by going to their website at papajays.com. Merrill hits the next pitch into short left center field, coming up, and it's going to fall in front of Ward, the center fielder. So Merrill with his first hit of the game. Preston gets the leadoff man on base for the first time in an inning today as Merrill collects their 6th hit of the day. And now it's back to the top of the order, and Brody Newton due up here with the leadoff man over at first base. Newton singled and popped up. He's 1 for 2. And we got a balk called against Howe as he was standing on the rubber and he dropped the ball. So that's going to let Merrill go to second base on the balk. So runner at second base now in scoring position, and see if the Indians can pick him up with nobody out. As the pitch to Newton misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield straight away here for Malad. Kind of bird dogging behind the runner as that ball's lined to right field. That's in for a hit. As coming to third is Merrill. They're going to wave him home, then thinks better of it as the throw right on line to the plate as Newton singles and puts runners at the corners and nobody out. So runners at first and third, and here comes Cade Oxborough with a chance to pick up the run. Cade 0 for 2 officially on the day, struck out and reached on an error as he'll try to pick up the run here. Howe comes home. First pitch is whacked to right field. That's going to fall in front of the right fielder, Combs. That'll get the run in as going station to station as Newton stops at second base on the RBI single by Oxborough, and it's 6-2. So Preston picks up a run, increases the lead. Still nobody out in the inning. 3 straight hits for the Indians. And now here's Devin Inglet, who was hit by a pitch and grounded out, and hits that one and gets by the second baseman, Braggs, who tried to short hop it, and the ball just stayed down and went under his glove as coming in to score is Newton, and it's 7-2. So Braggs plays it into a hit. Oxborough stops at second base, still runners at first and second for the Indians. That's 4 straight hits in the inning for Preston. Good for a couple of runs, and now here's Connor Thompson, who's grounded out and popped up. And one big one-hopper, fair inside third and down the line. Oxborough will come home as he comes around third, coming to the plate. Big slide, he will score, throw back to third, safe there. So Thompson sneaks one over the bag for an RBI single as he stays at first base. Oxborough scores. Inglet goes as far as third, and once again runners at the corners again for the Indians, and still nobody out in the inning. Remember, they sent 10 batters to the plate in the second inning. And here comes Gleed to the plate, the sixth batter already here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Austin, ground ball to second. They'll feed second for one. Nope, they drop the ball, and they're going to call an out there. So they get the force out at second base on Thompson, and Gleed will reach on the fielder's choice. And Inglet able to come home and score on the ground ball in the infield. So that's 4 runs home here in the inning. Preston now leads 9-2. Thompson out 4-6 at second base on the force play. That's just the first out of the inning. So here is Eli Hammond. Going to get a designated runner here as Gleed will come back over to the dugout, as it's Devin Pitcher who will go in and run over there at first base. So 1 out, man at first. And the first pitch to Hammond hit in the air toward left field. There's Schul there to put that away for the second out. So after the inning got off to such a quick start, now there's 2 outs. And Clayton Hobbs coming to the plate. He's the 8th man to hit here in the inning. Farmers Insurance helps bring you today's game. The Smith Agency here in Preston. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. So here's Hobbs. Sacrifice bunt his last time up. 1 for 1 officially on the day. Doubled home, a run and scored back in that 5-run second inning. As the next pitch to Hobbs, that's hit in the air, slicing away from the center fielder Ward. On the run, can he get there? No, it's going to fall just out of his reach. Pitcher will go to third, down to second goes Hobbs on the double. Second double of the day for Hobbs. Runners at second and third. Now here's Mendoza again, the 9th batter to hit in the inning. So for the second time today, the Indians will bat around in an inning. Mendoza singled, and he's also flown out. He's 1 for 2 on the day and hits the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. So pitcher, the pinch runner over at first base. That ball's lined to the gap in left center. Ward coming over, and again he's going to have to play it on a hop. That gets 1 in, that gets 2 in. It's a 2-run single for Mendoza. So Preston adds a couple of more. That's 6 runs home here in the inning. And here is Jackson Merrill, who started the inning, and that pitch over for a strike. Merrill singled, went to second on a balk, and eventually came around to score on the single by Oxborough. Next pitch, breaking ball, that's swung on and missed. So 11-2, Preston on top. Howe ready, and comes home again. The next pitch, that is over for a strike, and that will bring the inning to an end as Merrill looks at a called third strike to end the inning, but not before Preston scores 6 times in the inning. On 4, 5, 7 hits in the inning total for the Indians as well, as we are done now with 4 innings here at Tony Hansen Field. We'll go to the 5th after 4. Preston up 11-2.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
105.5 FM, KACH.
Hi, Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston proud, Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton proud and Idaho strong.
We're Preston proud, Idaho strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we go to the fifth, and the first pitch is inside and hits the leadoff batter here in the top of the fifth inning. That is the leadoff batter in the inning, Dax Manning. So he gets plunked, and he heads down to first base. So that brings up Timmy Jensen, the catcher. Jensen 0 for 2, hit into a double play and struck out. As there goes the runner. The pitch on a bounce is the throw, rather on a bounce to second base is not in time. So Manning steals second base. And the pitch was a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Today's game brought to you by Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. Home plate umpire takes time, kind of wants to brush off home plate here, as when Hammond stepped through to throw the ball to second base, kicked dirt all over the plate. So the leadoff man now at second base, and Manning, after being hit by a pitch and stealing the base, Englede backs off before he goes back to the work again. So Jensen, 1 ball and no strikes, waiting at the plate. Lead comes home with the 1-0, up high, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. So through 4 innings, Preston with 11 runs on 12 hits. The Dragons 2 runs on a total of 4 hits in the game. There goes the runner to the third. The pitch is outside. The throw on a bounce gets away. Getting up is Manning, and he'll come home to make it 11-3. So the throw on a bounce gets away. Throwing error against Manning. Throwing error, I should say, against Hammond allows Manning to come in and score. And the next pitch hit on the ground. 1 hopper at Englede at short. Goes across in time for the first out. So 1 out, and now here is Jaden Ward. Ward singled, walked, and has scored twice here in this game. Ward, who had 1 hit in the first game as well, he was 1 for 4. So he was able to extend his hitting streak with a hit in the first game to 4, and in this game with another hit already, he now has hit in 5 straight games as he stands at home plate and swings at a pitch up in his eyes, and it's strike 1. Next pitch, off-speed breaking ball popped up. That should make the customers right behind the Preston dugout, and it does. And it's 0-2. So 11-3 as we play here in the top of the fifth. Lee trying to bounce back from a rough outing his last time out when he pitched against Pocatello, but then again, the entire staff had a rough 3 days against Pocatello. Is the next pitch. Popped up in the infield. Look out. A trio of Indians, and it's going to fall between all of them. Nobody really took charge as the 2 middle infielders and the pitcher all kind of converged and all kind of got in each other's way. Englede tried to dive and make a play at the ball, but came up short as Ward has his 2nd hit of the game, 3rd hit of the day, and now here's Brady Sewell. 1 out, a man over at first. Sewell's 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and flew out to left. Glede works out of the stretch. There goes the runner, and the pitch is rolled up along the third base line. It's fair. Thompson makes the long throw. He pulls him off the bag, but Oxborough able to make the tag of the man running by. So the 2nd out, nice play by by Oxborough to come off the bag and tag Sewell before he could get to the base. And with 2 outs, Ward moving on the pitch. And now here is Gideon Combs, who also has 1 hit today, and has a called third strike back in the first inning. So Hammond goes out to talk to Gleed for a minute. Now comes back in behind home plate. He'll settle into a crouch as Inglet sneaks in behind the runner at second base, who's not going, and the pitch misses up and away. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. West Motors helps bring you today's games. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Next pitch grounded past the mound, up the middle. That's off the glove of the second baseman, Newton. That'll get another run home. It's the second run of the inning for Malad, and it's now 11-4. As Combs with his second RBI single of the afternoon. As Ward comes in to score. And with 2 outs and a man at first, 2 runs in, that'll bring up Stetson Hiley. Hiley also with a pair of hits in this game. Again, there goes the runner, and the throw on a bounce goes into center field. So Combs steals second base. So it's pretty obvious that head coach Bo Clark is going to exploit the arm of Eli Hammonds and run now at every given opportunity to try to get back into the game. Combs away from second, not running, and the pitch is swung on and missed. So a ball and a strike. Gleed ready again. Next pitch, that is on the corner at the knees. Good pitch once again from Austin Gleed, and it's 1-2. Looks back at the runner. Austin comes home. Breaking pitch. That misses outside this time. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sawyer Paulson would be next if Hiley can extend the inning. As he lines one toward right, that's going to get down, and it will indeed extend the inning. And here comes Combs to the plate. The throw is cut off, and it's the 3rd run home of the inning, and it's 11-5. So Hiley with his 3rd hit, this one drives in a run as Combs comes in. It's 3 runs on 3 hits in the inning. And now here is the designated hitter, Sawyer Paulson, who's walked and hit into a fielder's choice this afternoon. And the first pitch misses outside, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Paulson also did not play in the first game today. Without a hit here so far today. Now pops this one up in the middle of the infield. Inglet wants to take charge. Third baseman is Thompson, and he drops the ball. So it'll be an error against the Indians and allow the inning to extend. So Hiley will move up to second base on a routine fly ball. The wind isn't that strong. It should have been caught. But Thompson not able to secure it. Now runners at first and second. And the 8th batter in the inning here for Malad is Chase Braggs. Sacrifice bunt. And a 6-4 force play that he hit into. Actually, this will not be Braggs. This will be a pinch hitter. This is going to be Ryan Hubbard who's going to come up and hit for Braggs. Hubbard, who played in the first game and had a pair of hits, he was 2 for 3, singled, doubled, and scored twice. As the first pitch is up high, ball 1. Hubbard, with the 2 hits that he had in the first game, broke an 8-game hitless streak that he was on. So why not get the hot bat up there and see if you can keep it going that way as a pitch over for a strike. 2 outs, 3 runs home here in the inning for Malad. Next pitch, misses outside. Nice backhand stop there by Eli Hammond to keep it from going to the backstop. Lead ready again, looks at second. Breaking ball, misses down and away. Runners away from first and second. Pitch home from Gleed, and that hits the batter. So Hubbard hit by a pitch, and that'll load the bases. So Hiley to third, Paulson to second. Hubbard goes to first. Now here is the first baseman, Ryan Jensen, the 9th man to hit in the inning, but not before Kenny Inglett's going to come out and talk to Austin Gleed. Today's game brought to you by Les Schwab Tire in North Logan. Les Schwab is your one stop for tires, brakes, and alignment, and more. Stop in and find out for yourself at 1986 North Main in North Logan. So Inglett goes out to the mound, gives Gleed a little pat on the back. He'll turn and head back to the dugout now, so they're going to stay with Austin with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So he comes out just to kind of let Gleed catch his breath for a second. As here's Jensen. Jensen 0 for 2 after having 1 hit and 3 at-bats in the first game, and hits the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. Jensen's popped up, hit into a fielder's choice. Preston with a couple of errors in the game, and the next pitch home, it's hit past the mound. There is the second baseman. He'll flip it to Inglett, covering the bag, and the inning comes to an end, but not before the Indians see Malad score 3 times in the inning on a total of 3 hits. There was 2 hit batters and an error in the inning as well, and they leave the bases loaded. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th as Malad able to get up off the mat a little bit as they score 3 times. They go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Preston 11 and Malad 5.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Preston leading 11-5. They batted around last inning. In fact, twice today. They've sent a total of 10 men to the plate in an inning. And here as we go to the 5th, they'll start from the top of the order. Brody Newton, Cade Oxborough, and Devin Inglett coming up for the Indians. Newton with a pair of hits, 2 for 3. He has also scored twice and takes the first pitch high, ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen here in Preston. As the next pitch popped up, foul ground on first base side. Jensen in foul ground battles the wind and makes the catch. So that's 1 out, and now to bring up Cade Oxborough. Remember, you can set your appointment online with Evergreen Financial at evergreenfinancialpartners.com. Oxborough's 1 for 3. He's reached on an error, struck out, singled home a run, and scored his last time up in that 5-run fourth inning as a pitch hit foul, and it's 0-1. My correction, my bad. Six runs in the fourth inning for the Indians. Comes the 0-1 pitch. That goes behind Cade, and it's 1-1 strike. As Howe kind of lost his balance a little bit, turning to come home, and kind of crossfired it behind Oxborough's ankles and went to the backstop. Breaking ball, that misses outside again. Outfield slightly around toward right for Oxborough as the 2-1 pitch is up high. It's 3 balls and a strike. So 3-1 on Oxborough. Hal Wines comes home, and the next pitch is on the inside half again and runs the count full, 3-2. So Ox steps out, adjusts the gloves a little bit, now climbs back in. Howe ready, rocks and comes home. And that ball hit foul. Back over the top of the press box area. You know, the Bear Lake had been playing here the last few days. In fact, they played here today. Happy to report, however, as the next pitch home to Oxborough is rolled. That's going to be fair inside of first and down the line. Cade will go to first base and stay there as Combs, the right fielder, is on it quickly. And it's a 1-out single here in the bottom of the fifth for the Indians, and it'll bring up Davin Inglet. They were going to make up games for the softball team from Bear Lake as well, but apparently they got enough snow melted and got the field back within playing shape as they decided about 10 o'clock last night that they were going to play at home today. So the Bear Lake softball team is playing Malad at home today up in Bear Lake, and they'll be at home again on Friday against Westside, and Cody Olson will be there on Friday afternoon to bring that game to you here on KACH. Pitch misses down low to Inglet. Oxborough at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. As the next pitch home again, there goes the runner, and Oxborough will steal second standing up. So Cade moves into second base. Now the next pitch home to Inglet, that's up and in. Kind of spins him out of the way. Now ready again as Inglet back in the box, and that pitch misses up and in. That's ball 4. So Inglet, who was hit by a pitch earlier in the game, now walks, and he's 1 for 2 officially now as he heads down to first base. Here's Connor Thompson, who singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Preston with runners at first and second. Malad needs to get out of the inning fairly cleanly as Thompson's going to bunt, gets it past the mound. Howe down to get it, will throw to first in time for the out. The sacrifice works to move both runners up, and there's 2 outs here in the inning. So with 2 outs, Oxborough goes to third, Inglet's at second, and now here's Austin Gleed with 1 hit to his credit today. He's 1 for 3. First pitch home to Gleed. Look out, breaking ball that stays up and in as Austin ducks underneath it, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. That's pulled. That's going to be inside the third and down the line again. That's going to get 1 in. Here comes Inglet to the plate. He will score to make it 13-5 as Gleed doubles home 2. Nope, check that, a single, I should say. He stayed at first base, but he drove in 2 with the hit. And once again, we'll get a runner over at first base here for Gleed. So 13-5, and now here is Eli Hammonds, who singled flew out and was hit by a pitch. As he hits the first pitch foul, that'll go back over toward the softball field. So Bear Lake, the softball team, will not be playing here anymore. Haven't heard if Bear Lake's going to be back or not. Don't know the status of their baseball diamond, as that breaking ball misses and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One thing we do know for sure, Preston girls will be here tomorrow afternoon at 4 for senior day against Century, and then on Friday, Preston opens conference tournament play as they will be here at 4 o'clock. I'd say against Century as well in the first round of the conference tournament, as Hammond's little check swing foul, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Al works out of the stretch, looks back behind him at pitcher, and that ball's going to be pulled foul just outside of third. Today's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. And by Level 10 Life. Remember, you can reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Find out more at level10lifecoach.com. Next pitch home to Hammonds, grounded to third. Nice big hop over there for Hiley. Straightens, throws across, and the inning is over. But Preston adds a couple of runs here on 2 hits, and they leave 1 man on base. So we're done with 5. We'll move along to the 6th as Preston extends the lead. It's now Preston 13, Malad 5 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. We'll go to the 6th when we come back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, as we go to the 6th, 13-5, Preston leads by 8. Malad needs some runs. Try to get back in the game as they'll start from the top of the order here. Dax Manning will lead it off. They sent 10 men to the plate last inning and scored 3 times. See if they can add another inning like that. Manning hit by a pitch, flew out and single. He's 1 for 2. Lines this ball to right field. And he's on again as he singles to open up here in the 6th. Eight hits now in the game for the Dragons. As here is the catcher, Timmy Jensen. Jensen's 0 for 3. Keep an eye on Manning. Just about bet the house he's going. In fact, he broke before Gleed even came home. And he steals second base standing up. So Manning steals second base. Gleed just kind of says it was my fault. He should have gone to first, but didn't. Ball looped along the right field line. That's going to go foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Jensen. Jensen's hit into a double play, struck out, and grounded out to short. 0 for 3 on the day. Jensen was 1 for 3 in the first game of the doubleheader, and hits that pitch again foul. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield shallow. See if they can cut down the runner potentially wanting to come home on a hit. The 1-2 pitch. Hit to center. Hobbs coming up. Still coming. Can't get there. Now the ball bounces behind him. As able to get it back in is Merrill. And stopping at third base was Manning. Had to make sure the ball got in. So back-to-back hits to open the inning. Runners at the corners. And nobody out as Jensen now 1 for 4 here in the nightcap of the doubleheader. So here is Jaden Ward with 2 hits. It's actually 2 for 2 here, plus a walk. He's scored all 3 times he's been up there in the second game today against Preston. As there goes the runner, they throw the ball cut off by the pitcher, and Manning expecting that, not going anywhere down there at third base. So a stolen base for Jensen. That takes the force play off, and runners at first and second. The 1-0. Up high again, ball 2. 2 balls in, no strikes. Comes the 2-0 pitch. Hit foul off the right field side. So 2 balls and a strike on Jensen. Check that, on Ward, rather. That ball lined to the third baseman. Is Thompson able to glove it for the first out? Nice play by Thompson. A couple of steps to his left to glove that liner. It's about the hardest ball that Ward's hit all day, but he hit it right at the third baseman. So here's Brady Sewell, 0 for 3. As the first pitch to Sewell is down low, ball 1. Sewell grounded out to third his last time up, and he swung and hit a little dribbler up along the third base line on the first pitch that he saw. As time called, here is Hammond's going to go out to visit with Gleed for a moment. Runners at second and third, 1 out here in the 6th. So the out's starting to get a little thin here for the Dragons. As the next pitch is rolled foul, up along third. Clark knocks that one down. And will give it back to Gleed. So it's 1-2 now on Sewell. Comes the 1-2 from Gleed. Swung on and missed. Apparently the count was only one strike, so that pitch swung on and missed. Now it's 2-2 apparently. As once again the home plate umpire will dust off home plate. So there comes the 2-2 from Gleed. Off-speed breaking ball popped up in the infield. It's the second baseman, Newton, to make the play, and that's the second out. So 2 outs. And now here's Gideon Combs, who has a pair of RBI singles in each of his last 2 at-bats. He's 2 for 3 overall on the day here in the second game of the doubleheader. Combs, who had 2 hits in the first game as well, along with a walk and a strikeout, and takes the first pitch outside. So Combs with 4 hits today. Four hits and a total of 6 official at-bats, and takes that pitch outside. Quick update from St. Louis. Playing in the bottom of the third, the Angels leading the Cardinals 3-1. Shohei Ohtani on the mound tonight for the Angels. Next pitch home to Combs. Gets away from the catcher as Manning, with a late break, did not come home. He didn't see the ball till it was too late. Time it bounced away from Hammonds, and he was on it quick. So no advancement by either runner, and Combs back up to the box. Gleed's next pitch home. Swung on and missed. Combs wound up like he tried to hit one to Bear Lake and came up empty. And the next pitch home again from Gleed. Fastball that is on the corner for a called strike. So the count full 3-2. Here comes Gleed's 3-2 pitch. And it is inside and low. He just held up 3 fingers. Now, I guess the umpire talked Gleed into it, or Combs into it, as he heads down to first base. So Combs walks to load the bases. And now here is Stetson Hiley. And Hiley's probably the last guy that you want to pitch to right now. He has 3 hits in the game, all singles. But the hot bat on the team at the plate in the first pitch misses up high, ball 1. Manning's at third, Jensen at second. Combs after the walk over at first. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Hiley hits a ground ball past the mound. To get it, there is the second baseman, Newton, plays it across in time, and the inning is over, and Malad threatens, but does not score. They load the bases on 2 hits plus a walk, but they come up empty in the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and they leave the bases full. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th after 5.5 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. It's Preston 13 and Malad 5.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, we move here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Preston needs a couple of runs to invoke the mercy rule here as they lead by 8 going to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom third of the order due up. Hobbs, Mendoza, and Merrill due up here for the Indians. Preston with big innings is what really has broke the game open. They posted 5 runs in the second, 6 runs in the 4th, 2 in the 5th for their total of 13. First pitch to Hobbs is swung on and missed. Clayton with a pair of doubles drove in a run. He's also scored twice. He's 2 for 2 overall in the game officially with a sacrifice bunt. As the next pitch is up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Howe has been bounced around a bit, but is still out there on the bump and comes on with the next pitch that misses down and in. It's 2-1. So last game of the regular season for the Indians here today as the ball's rolled foul. Up there to the third base coach's box where Brad Phillips, the assistant coach, able to play it there. Next pitch home to Hobbs. Big overhand curveball stays high again. So Hobbs ahead in the count. Howe winds and comes home. And the 3-2 pitch popped up. Behind second, Ward coming in, the center fielder taking charge and makes the catch. So Hobbs flies out. They finally get him out once today. And with one out, here is Xavier Mendoza. Mendoza also with a pair of hits. He's driven in 3 runs in the game. The one time they got him, he flew out to right field. That was back in the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch to Zabian. Hit foul back over the top of the press box, and it's 0-1. So next time Preston will be on the field will be Friday afternoon. They will be here against Century to open up the conference tournament. As that pitch hit foul, and it's 0-2. The winner of that game on Friday will then take on Pocatello Saturday afternoon. 4 o'clock start time. Grounder the 3rd. Tough hop. Highly stays with it. Plays it across in time for the 2nd out. So there's 2 outs. And here comes Jackson Merrill. That game Saturday, 4 o'clock over at Hollowell Field in Pocatello. I guess Highland has some sort of tournament going on. JV softball JV tournament, so they can't play earlier in the day. So a 4 o'clock scheduled first pitch, and we'll have the game for you, both of the games, Friday and Saturday, here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Next pitch to Merrill. This is not Merrill. We have a pinch hitter at the plate. As hitting for Merrill is Buzz Despain up there. As Despain hits the next pitch foul. Kid's not paying attention to where the ball goes, and guy just about caught that one in the melon. As again, Despain hits the ball foul over onto the JV field where they're still playing over there as well. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Nobody on for the Indians. Despain climbs back in from the left side. Hal rocks and comes home with the next pitch. It's up high as Buzz able to take it. As Hal ready again in the next pitch. Breaking ball misses inside this time. And again, I believe the count now full, 3-2. Howe's 3-2 offering. Hit foul off the mask of the home plate umpire. So the count stays again full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2 pitch over to Despain, little roller foul up along third, or first rather, and they'll come back and do it again. So we're about an hour and 45 minutes deep into this one. And the 3-2 pitch again from Howe to Despain, popped up, middle of the infield. Manning, the shortstop, right near the bag, makes the catch for the out. And for the second time today, Preston goes out in order, 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the 7th. Done with 6 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Preston leads 13-5. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, we go to the seventh inning. And here in the top of the seventh, the Indians will make a pitching change, as it will be Eli Hammonds to come out from behind home plate. And he will go to the mound now to try to get the last 3 outs in the ball game. Well, the other changes, Austin Gleed will go and play second base, and the second baseman, Newton, will now come in and catch here in the seventh inning. And Gleed, who went 6 innings, gave up a total of 8 hits, 5 runs, and stands to be the winning pitcher here today for the Preston Indians. So they'll ask Hammond to get the last 3 outs in the game with an 8-run lead. Kind of sends you back to that other game, that first game that Preston played at Malad earlier in the year, when Malad posted a total of 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to get back within 2 runs. It was Hammond who finally came in with 2 outs and the tying runs on base and was asked to get the last out. He threw 1 pitch in that game and indeed got the last out and the save in the game. So he's asked to get the last 3 outs here, and he'll pitch to the bottom third of the order. Paulson, Braggs, and Jensen. The first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Hammond's ready again. The next pitch, big chopper past the mound. Gleed charges, has it, flips to first in time for the first out. So with 1 out, now to bring up Chase Braggs. Braggs hit by a pitch his last time up. For Hammond, this is his 6th appearance on the mound on the year. He's 1-0 with a save, as we mentioned, as a pitch hit foul at home plate by actually Ryan Hubbard at the plate. Because he hasn't pitched a whole lot, the one time he gave up several runs, he comes in with a little bit of a high ERA of 11.5. The next pitch is over for a strike. That's 1 ball and 1 strike to Hubbard. 7th inning, Preston leading by 8 runs, 13-5. The 1-1 in the dirt again. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Outfield pretty much straight away here against Hubbard. The next pitch is going to be lined to right field. That's going to be in for a hit. In fact, Merrill has it skip past him, or Despain rather, has it skip past him and goes behind him. And Hubbard will chug to second. Now he's going to keep going to third, and he's going to be in there standing. So Despain rather in right field kind of took a bad angle for the ball, and it skipped and got past him. And in time he corralled it and got it back in. Hubbard was standing at third base, so here's Jensen with 1 out, a man at third. And the first pitch home in the dirt. Nice save there by Newton as he backhands the ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Ready again. Hammonds looks at the runner and comes home with the next pitch. Ground ball wide of third. Cut off by Thompson. From his knees, throws to first, and Oxborough can't dig it out of the dirt. It'll be an infield hit to score the run. Heck of a play by Thompson over at third base. Able to sprawl in the hole, smother that ball, and from his knees throw across. But Oxborough not able to dig it out, so back to the top of the order now. 2 hits and a run here in the inning. It's now 13-6. And now here is Dax Manning. Manning with 2 hits, plus he was hit by a pitch. And hits a ball on the ground, and it goes right through the, right under the glove of Inglet. And the inning will continue. So an error against Inglet. Runners at first and second. And now here's Timmy Jensen, who singled his last time up. He's 1 for 4 here in the nightcap. As the first pitch to him is a ground ball cut off by Oxborough. He'll go to second, get the force out there. That's the second out of the inning. So 3-6 on the force for the second out. Runners at the corners as Jensen reaches on the fielder's choice. He's now 1 for 5 in the game, and now here is Jaden Ward. Ward, couple of hits, a walk, and lined out. He's 2 for 3 overall in the game. Manning at third. Jensen over at second. They go to first. Keep the runner close over there. As the pitch home misses outside, ball 1 to Ward. Mind you, just stay tuned. We'll have a wrap up, and this one's over on the Ralph's Construction post-game show coming up in just a little bit. Next pitch home. Hit in the air, short left field. Inglet going out. He says he'll take it and does. And the inning is over, and so is the game as the Indians see Malad add 1 run to their total on a couple of hits in the top of the 7th inning. But Preston ends up winning it today by the final score of 13-6. So Preston wins it. We invite you to stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll have final totals, the winning and losing pitchers, and a wrap-up coming up right after this.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires. Stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction postgame show coming up next.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, welcome back here to the ballpark and the Ralph's Construction postgame show as the Indians pick up a victory and improve their record to 5-7 now as they head into the conference tournament starting on Friday. They added this game late. They wanted to get another game in before the tournament and were able to do exactly what they wanted to do. Get a win, get a good game played, and pick up a victory and prime themselves to face Century in the opening round of the tournament coming up here on Friday. Final totals for the Indians to win it: 13 runs on 14 hits. They committed 3 errors and they left 7 men on base. Malad certainly had their opportunities. They had 6 runs. They had 11 hits. They committed 2 errors and they left a dozen men on base in the game. Austin Gleed went the first 6 to pick up the victory, and it was Bryson Howe who also went 6 innings, and he is the loser in a game that took 1 hour and 45 minutes to play. Preston used some big innings to their liking. We'll come back. We'll talk about the crooked numbers the Indians hung on their way to the win as we continue here on the Ralph's Construction postgame show right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So welcome back here to the postgame show. The Indians had 2 big innings that really took the control of the game for them here today. They scored 5 runs in the bottom of the second. They added 6 more in the bottom of the fourth, and then chipped in a couple of more runs in the fifth for their total of 13 runs in the game. Offensively, everybody in the lineup had at least 1 hit today, and 5 different players in the lineup for the Indians had 2 or more hits in the game as they win it by the final score of 13-6. So a good win for the Indians. They get ready to take on the Century Diamondbacks coming up on Friday. We'll take our final timeout. We'll get you ready for the conference tournament as we continue right after this, as we will wrap it all up coming up here as we come back here to the ballpark and the Ralph's Construction postgame show next.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, let's wrap things up here today as the Indians able to pick up the win. They are now a total of 5-7 overall on the year. Malad splits their doubleheader, so they finish the regular season 9-9 as they'll start into their conference tournament coming up the beginning of next week. So for the Indians, they'll get ready to take on the Century Diamondbacks here on Friday in round 1 of the conference tournament. 4 o'clock first pitch. We'll have it for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com, starting with the pregame show at about 3:40 in the afternoon. The winner of that game will then face Pocatello coming up on Saturday afternoon. That game also will be at 4 o'clock at Hollowell Field in Pocatello. If the Indians should win on Friday, we'll have that game for you as well coming up on Saturday. So until Friday, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening, and we thank our executive producer of KCH Radio Sports, Val Cook. The associate producer is Cody Olson. Special thanks again to John Beverly back in the studio this afternoon, as a yeoman's effort again by John as our studio engineer. I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening and remind you of the final score as the Indians win it over the Malad Dragons. The final score, 13-6. Until tomorrow, the girls will be back here for our next broadcast as they'll take on Century tomorrow afternoon. Have yourself a very pleasant good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.